In this video, I'm going to walk you through the steps for adding an ingredient that does not currently exist within the Ingredients Data tab of the PLANit Meals Spreadsheet. If you're not yet familiar, all recipes in the PLANit Meals Spreadsheet use ingredients drawn from this ingredient database. This serves as a unique source of truth for all ingredient information across any recipe in the spreadsheet. In the base spreadsheet that you download, there will be at least 200 unique ingredients already added to this database. However, if you want to edit a built-in recipe or add a new recipe with ingredients not yet included, you'll need to first add the ingredient to the database before proceeding. Each ingredient in the spreadsheet is assigned a grocery store category, where it's found in the store, and a consistent unit of measurement. This ensures accurate ingredient calculations across recipes when generating a shopping list. In the Ingredient Data tab, you'll also find macronutrient data and dietary allergen information. Where necessary, links to specific branded products are included, referencing Coles Australia's website for allergen and nutritional information. For unbranded products like fresh produce or meats, I've used MyFitnessPal to reference verified nutritional data. When adding your own new ingredients, you must populate at least the minimum required fields. In column A, add the ingredient name. This will appear in the drop-down menu on the recipe data page whenever you want to add this ingredient to a recipe. In column B, select a grocery store aisle from the drop-down list where this ingredient is found. This helps organize your shopping list by store category. Finally, select a unit of measurement from the drop-down in column C, which will determine how the ingredient is measured in any future recipes. These fields are the bare minimum required to add an ingredient effectively. There are also optional fields you can complete that will enhance other spreadsheet features, such as macro tracking and allergen information. If you want an ingredient to contribute to macro tracking for recipes, you'll need to fill out columns D to I. Column D, enter how much one unit of the ingredient weighs in grams. For units like grams or milliliters, this value is always 1. For other units, like tablespoons, teaspoons, or cups, enter the weight in grams for 1 unit. This helps calculate the macronutrient values for the ingredient. Column E, reference the macronutrient absorption rate. In most cases, this will be 1, meaning that the number of grams in a unit equals the number of grams absorbed when consumed. However, for ingredients used only in cooking, e.g. eggs for dredging, oil for frying, a lower absorption rate may be needed, as not all of the ingredient is consumed. Column F, enter the macronutrient values per 100 grams. For branded ingredients, you can find this information on the grocery store's website. For unbranded ingredients, use MyFitnessPal as a trusted source. You can also track dietary and allergen information. Column J, enter whether the ingredient contains gluten, true or false. Column K to N, continue this process for other common allergens, dairy, nuts, soy, and eggs. Column O and P indicate if the ingredient is vegetarian and/or vegan. Lastly, column R is for verification purposes, where you can add a link to the product details of branded ingredients. This is optional, but can be helpful for future reference to verify the source of nutritional and allergen information. Let's go ahead and do an example of adding an ingredient. In this example, one of my latest recipes calls for the use of sun-dried tomatoes, so I will need to add this. I will choose other groceries as the category for this, because that really is a catch-all category that I use for basically any items in that middle section of a grocery store that could be laid out in any way depending on the store. I will use tablespoons as the unit of measure, as I feel like this would be the most suitable option for most recipes using this ingredient. In this case, I will add the macronutrient and dietary information, but again, this is optional. To do this, the first thing I want to do is to convert 1 unit of measure into grams. So to do that, I'm actually going to ask ChatGPT. It has said 5 to 7 grams, and I tend to go on the higher side, so I will write 7 into the grams per unit. And this is an ingredient where all the macros will be absorbed when consumed, so I will just leave that auto-calculated cell as is. As a branded ingredient, I will head to the Coles site to search for products of this ingredient and select whichever one I am most likely to pick at the store to gather the macronutrient and allergen information. This tells me that this ingredient has 3.1 grams of protein, 18 of fat, 5.1 of carbs, and 206 calories per 100 grams of the ingredient. I can also see from this product listing that there are no allergen concerns from the allergens covered in this spreadsheet, and this ingredient is both vegetarian and vegan, so I will mark this accordingly. And to help me recall where I got this information from, I will copy the link for this website and place it in column R. And done. This ingredient will now appear in my ingredient list if I wish to add it to any existing or new recipes. Hopefully, this has given you enough information to confidently add your own ingredients and use them when editing or adding recipes in the spreadsheet. I hope you find this guide helpful, and best of luck